tutorials on YouTube. The falling keys videos? That's the one. So it might sound a little strange for me to say this. If you have been watching such piano tutorials and you still feel stuck, it is probably not you. Recently, one of my students taught me exactly why passive watching does not work and what actually does. It involves a jazzy exam piece, a swing rhythm that refused to come out, and one sentence she said to me that I have not stopped thinking about since. I'm going to walk you through 5 ideas. By the end, you will never watch a falling keys tutorial the same way again. So let me tell you about my student. She started her piano journey at 57 and has been with me for close to 2 years. She recently earned a distinction in her grade 1 exam, and I can't tell you how super duper proud I am of her. For her grade 2, she picked a jazzy bluesy piece with a distinct swing feel. And here's the thing, she had never played this style before. Her learning had been super focused, tackling one exam piece to the next exam piece. So styles like this were completely new territory. And she just could not grasp the feel of it. She could swing the first 2 quavers, but the next 2 would slip right back into straight time. We worked on it week after week. I corrected her every time, and she just wasn't able to change it. Here is why, and this is the very first big idea. Psychologists sum it up in 3 words. Practice makes permanent. Not perfect, permanent. Your brain strengthens whichever version you repeat, whether it is right or not. So every time she played it her way, that version settled in a little deeper. My weekly corrections were fighting against every repetition she had done at home. And it was not only the swing. Her fingers were struggling to move fluently through the notes. She confessed much later that it was a real struggle. So we made a decision together. We switched pieces. Now, some of you might think that is giving up. There is a famous trap called the sunk cost fallacy. We keep pouring effort into something just because we have already invested weeks in it. The only question that mattered was, where does her next hour of practice get the best result? And the honest answer was, on a fresh piece. That decision turned out to be that breakthrough that we were looking for, but not for the reason you might expect. Before I tell you what happened with the new piece, I need to explain something about YouTube falling keys tutorials. And I'm saying this from the inside because I make them. A YouTube tutorial always functions in a way that wants the viewer to keep watching. That is the platform's design. Creators are rewarded in watch time, not in whether you actually learned anything. So making the video beautiful and satisfying sometimes becomes a priority, as opposed to showing where the letter names are or how your fingers should actually move. Viewer retention becomes the target, and your learning is what's been left behind. And here's the sneaky part. Passive watching feels productive. This is the fluency illusion. A smooth performance feels like learning because it is effortless to take in. You watch, you go, oh, that's wonderful. And then you sit at your piano and the structure just is not there. Feeling inspired is not the same as knowing what to do. Now, let me be clear because I genuinely believe this. Falling keys are a perfect way to get started. But there is a limitation built into the format. To move further, you cannot just watch. So what is the difference between watching and learning? That brings me to what happened next with my student. When we switched to the new exam piece, I did 2 things. I broke the piece down for her. I looked for patterns. I looked for similarities between sections. I knew she would appreciate that because she has a very analytical mind. Then I recorded a video of myself playing it and I sent it to her. 1 week later, she played it with little to no problems. There was one phrase with tricky timing and hand leaps, and she played it so accurately, so expressively that I was honestly impressed. So what changed? Here's the 3rd idea, and for me, it was the biggest realization of all. If I watch a falling keys video myself, I am completely looking for different things than you are because I want to teach the piece, not learn it. I automatically scan for patterns, for finger numbers, for the places where the hand needs to move early to prepare for the next bar or to the next chord. After years at the piano, I see a handful of meaningful patterns where beginner sees dozens of separate notes. Same video, completely different things seen. But there is a flip side called the curse of knowledge. Experts forget what it is like not to see, which is exactly why most tutorials never think to explain any of this. The creator cannot unsee the patterns, so it never occurs to them that you cannot see them at all. Nobody ever told you what to look for. So you see the falling lights and not much else. The good news, watching is a skill and it can be taught. Here is how. Step 1. Watch with the piano sheet open. Do not just follow the falling keys. Have the sheet right next to the video and connect what you see falling to what is written on the page. This is the perfect starting point because you begin to understand how those rhythms come about instead of just chasing lights. Step 2, decode, then leave the video. Say there's a section where you cannot tell how fast the quavers should go. Watch that section with the sheet, absorb the rhythm, and then step away from the video. Play it on the piano from the sheet at your own speed. You do not have to follow along at the video's tempo. The video is a reference, not a metronome you are chained to. And this step is where the magic is, the generation effect. Skills you produce yourself stick far better than skills you consume. The moment you close the video and generate that rhythm with your own hands, watching becomes learning. Step 3, study the hands. What finger numbers make sense? Are there places where the hand should move in a way that better prepares you for the next bar or the next chord? This is the layer almost nobody watches for, and it is where fluency lives. One more thing about why the breakdown works so well for my student. Breaking a piece into patterns lowers the mental load. Instead of holding dozens of separate notes in your head, you hold a few shapes. For an analytical mind, that is not a limitation. That is a superpower waiting to be pointed in the right direction. Now, the sentence I told you about at the start, when I praised my students playing, she told me this:
I am very good at copying you. I just followed exactly how you did it.
Some teachers might hear that and wince. I heard it and thought, that is it. That is the whole secret. Because here's the thing, she had watched other YouTube videos of pieces before and they never quite clicked like this. So why did mine work? I believe we learn best from models who share what they are thinking. In videos, they just play. My breakdown gave her the thinking. My recording gave her the playing. Put together, she knew exactly what to focus on when she copied. This is called social learning. We learn best by observing models we relate to and identify with. A recording from your own teacher, made for you, beats a stranger's perfect performance every single time. And I know this from my own life. When I was young, I learned in group classes, we would gather around the teacher when she played a new song for us. I would often appoint myself as the page flipper. This meant I had to know exactly where she was in the music, what rhythm she was playing, so I would know the precise moment to turn the page. And whenever there was a rhythm I could not count, I would quietly watch and listen. The moment she demonstrated it, I could play it. I did not know how to count it theoretically yet. I just copied it. And it was the fastest, most instant learning of my life. Copying is not cheating. Copying is how musicians have always learned. You just need a model who shows you their thinking. So if you have been learning from YouTube and you feel inspired, but a little stuck, like there's no structure and no clear way to go step by step, I hear you. I understand you. This video was made for you. I have set up a community for adult learners exactly like you. Come join us. Tell me your favorite song and what you would love to play, or just start a conversation about the best starting point for where you are right now. And here's what I do in there. I break pieces down the same way I do for my students. Patterns, fingering, rhythm, hand movements. Once you have seen a piece broken down like that, it becomes a template. And you start seeing every next piece the same way. The link for that is in the description too. I would love to have you. Happy practicing, and I will see you at the piano.